What's going on, everybody? My name is MT and welcome back to DaFAQs, a show where I just answer frequently asked questions that people have on the internet, even though nobody asked me to. Oh my gosh, did you hear? Marvel and Fox are working together now! What? No way, that's amazing! So what's gonna happen? Are the X-Men joining the MCU? No! Oh. Okay. Oh, so Marvel and Fox are working together to make sure the Fantastic Four doesn't suck anymore, right? Nope. Alright, so what are they doing? Marvel and Fox are making 2 X-Men TV shows! Wow, that's pretty cool, but if Marvel isn't gaining the rights back to anything, then why the hell do they do this deal? I don't know, but guess what? One of the shows they're making? It's Legion! I don't know! Isn't it great? Just had a conversation with myself. I do that often. My coworkers and family members always tell me that they are concerned, but I always tell them that everything's fine. Eat the children! I'm making a video, Timothy! I don't have time to eat the children. Maybe later, and maybe now. So yeah, who the hell is Legion? But I guess when you think about it, the real question is, who the hell isn't Legion? Anyways, if you were looking at this Legion person with your eyeballs, you would see a young man by the name of David Haller. Yup, that's him, the guy that looks like the Slim Jim guy from the late 90s and early 2000s. David Haller is a complicated man, so complicated that I'm not too sure whether or not he just needs therapy or to fall into a dunk tank filled with holy water, or the Pope's urine. And if he does choose therapy, he's probably going to need either a doctor with a lot of free time, or literally every doctor in the world. Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, Dr. Mario, Doctor Who, Dr. Dre, Dr. Dorian, Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable. Wait, don't call him. Don't call Dr. Priestcliff Huxtable either, because let's just say that holy water would be a little extra anointed, if you know what I mean. Boop-a-de-doo, holy water for you! Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself here. David Haller is the son of Gabrielle Haller, a nice lady who is an Israeli ambassador to Great Britain. The people that have graciously given us great things like the telephone, Emma Watson, and of course, the United States of America. But to be honest, we had to do a little bit of persuading for that last one. You lost. Anyways, one day while Gabrielle, 10-year-old David Haller, and 10-year-old David Haller's godfather were living together in their Paris abode, terrorism happened! Anti-Semitic terrorists broke into this diplomatic abode looking to murder every Israeli person inside, which, kind of led to the death of David's unimportant godfather because he too was an Israeli human. And Gabrielle and David would have died too if the shock of David's godfather's death hadn't catalyzed the incredibly strong telepathic mutant powers that David didn't even know he had. So completely out of instinct, 10-year-old David uses these powers to completely and literally melt down the brains of these asshole assassins. Like, their brains melted. Which would be an amazing, conveniently good thing if these same psionic powers didn't connect him mentally to all these terrorists, allowing him to also experience the sensation of having your brain disintegrated by a demonic 10-year-old. So obviously, this experience is a little less than ideal and puts homeboy David into a catatonic state, while simultaneously shattering his psyche into multiple personalities, and here's the kicker, absorbing the mind of the terrorist leader that was there by the name of Jamel Karami. Yeah, so, like I said, less than ideal. So, while David is completely unresponsive, Jamel Karami is in David's brain like, whoa, wait, where am I? What the just happened? My brain just melted. And so, while he's poking around in there, Karami somehow gains access to David's telepathic capabilities, and, using those, finds out that David is actually a really good kid with a heart of gold. Well, since he's from Israel, a heart of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. That was racist and stupid. And so Karami is like, damn! I really messed up with that terrorism. I almost killed this awesome child. You know what? Since I live here now, I'm going to make it up to David by putting his personality back together. But little did Karami know that this task would be super difficult because David had a sea of different personalities living in his mind, each with their own form and consciousness and access to one of David's many psionic powers. And so Karami dedicated his new existence to convincing all these personalities to merge back into David's mind. And some did, but some didn't didn't want to disappear and actively resisted. The most notable of these split personality rebels was Cindy with a Y, a persona with a strong temper and an I can do whatever I want personality and access to David's pyrokinesis. Translation, she gets mad really easy and can make David shoot fire out of his fingertips if she is controlling him. And Jack Wayne, a swaggering inventor type dude who had access to David's telekinesis, like Matilda. Matilda was a demon child. So essentially what happens over the next few years as David leaves his catatonic state into a state that is described as autism is an all-out war within poor David's mind between these personalities that want to return to David's core personality and these other personalities that want to retain their own sense of individuality. And so as David hits his late teenage years, his powers start going crazy and start hurting everybody around him. So his caretaker at the time calls Professor Xavier and his New Mutants team to help out. And when they arrive to meet up with David's doctor, Professor Xavier unexpectedly reunites with Gabrielle Haller and is all like, oh my god, that's the woman I boned in Israel. I forgot I boned an Israelite. Siri, when I get back to the mansion, remind me to tell Beast that I boned an Israelite woman 20 years ago. Forget it. Cancel that, Siri. He probably doesn't know what a woman looks like anyway. He's gross. He's just a walking sack of blue pubes. And I don't even know why I'm talking to Siri. This is an Android device. So Professor Xavier and his New Mutants team decide to blue skidoo into David's mind and discover that all of these multiple personalities refer to themselves as Legion. And they're all like, call us Legion for we are many. I'm not scared of you. Also, remember that woman you boned in Israel? Yeah, she's your baby mama and you are our father. No, not child support. Anything but child support. So, long story short, Professor Xavier and friends end up meeting up with Jack Wayne and Cindy, who trick them into believing that Karami is actually responsible for all of David's mental chaos and almost succeed in getting Karami killed. But, of course, since superheroes always win, Jack and Cindy are found out right in the nick of time and are subdued, and Karami unites as many of David's splinter personalities as he can. But for some reason, as hard as he tries, he can't get Jack and Cindy to rejoin for some reason, which is weird. So when 10-year-old David finally wakes up in his 19-year-old noodle body, Gabrielle and Xavier discover that while David has control for the most part, Jack, Wayne, and Cindy still have the ability to speak through David because their existences are still separate and intact. So yeah, that's it. That is the story of David Haller, aka Legion. Legion would go on to do other things of note, like try to go back in time to kill Magneto because why the hell didn't my dad do this sooner? Because Magneto was kind of an asshole. He does a lot of bad things. And oops! Oh, sorry, my bad. I accidentally killed my dad. And now he's never alive to form the X-Men. And now Apocalypse can take over the world. Oh man, some people make mistakes sometimes. Oh, oops, my bad. And he would also be responsible for completely erasing all of reality and replacing it with a reality where mutants are hunted down by the government because they were deemed to be unsafe and unstable. And then there was also that time where all of his personalities blue skidooed out of his brain and wreaked havoc in the real world. So yeah, the moral of this video, wear a condom or you too will have a demonic son who is responsible for erasing reality at least 2 times, greater than or equal to 2 times. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do it, or leave a thumbs up, or share this video. That also makes me happy on the inside. My name is MT, and those were DaFAQs, and if you didn't know, now you know. Catch you guys later.